Okay, guys, I'm back, and so we're gonna get into it, you guys. Talking about again, my tips. I know I'm gonna go take a nap. That was the first tip, right? Again, being a woman who's been in the business for let's just go with over 20 years, y'all. Um, the next tip is how do you deal with rude people? How do you deal with rude guys? And I'm saying guys because the majority of folks that are in the webcam model industry are women. There are webcam guys. There are folks that are part of the LGBT community in the industry as well. So it is a all inclusive over the age of I like to say 21, but definitely consensual adults. And what I love about it, and I got to throw this in the bucket because it's an important mention. What I love about the site that I'm currently on, and I've been on for more than 10 years now, is that they do offer therapy for those folks that are in the online adult entertainment on this particular site. I think I've mentioned that before. They definitely offer therapy. And let me see if I can, since I just took a break because I'm supposed to be taking a nap. Let me see if I can pull it up. And it's not going to be anything extra. But what I'm simply saying is that they definitely offer therapy. So looking at, if I was looking at, where would I go? My profile, and I'd be looking at my account. Let me see, do they have it here? And for those that are familiar, I can't really name the site right here at TikTok, but for those that are familiar with SM, you're familiar with SM, that's where you would find it. And they definitely, I'm trying to look for their notifications, where they definitely gear towards those that are interested in wanting therapy and coping and dealing with what we go through. So that just had to put that out there as a bonus. So again, going back into the bucket of how do you cope, how do you deal with rudeness and people who do come on, because every now and again, you're going to get someone who thinks that because they sprinkled you, and I'm going to be phrasing Shira Seven's little you know wording or phrase, or her little saying that she has, sprinkle sprinkle. So when I say sprinkle sprinkle, I mean mula mula. Okay, mine would be mula mula, so that you can understand what I'm saying, simply because TikTok, I got to be careful about how I word it so it doesn't look like I'm over here asking you, doing anything extra, right? I'm just simply giving out tips and information, and educating those that are in the business as it relates to safety, as it relates to confidence, and encouraging you while you're in the business and things of that kind of, while you're already in it. My goal is not to bring you aboard. I don't do any mentoring anymore. I mentored women for a while, and that's not something I do anymore. So I just want to be here to fill my TikTok algorithm cup up and make sure I'm putting out videos. And again, I haven't put out videos for the very thing that I love to do and the very essence or part of who I am. Again, 20 years is a long time, to where even though it is my job, and how many of us, or how many folks have worked on a job for 20 some years, and you cannot say that job hasn't had an impact and or became somewhat a part of your identity. So even though I am Janae, I am very much Jelena Nails. You get me? I am Exotica Worship. You know what I'm saying? That there are parts of me that are that. You get me? Because I've been in it so long. So with that being said, I have enough experience to kind of help more than a few folks. And so, how do you do it? Number one, keep in mind, you always got the block button. You always got the block button, right? We know the block button. This can be applied to people in the business, not in the business. So you got the block button on your side. You got what I love about this particular site, or a few sites that I work on or log into, I should say. Um, One of the sites they have where you can actually, you don't have to always block them, you can ban them. Let's say a guy comes to your broadcast, ladies, and he's just showing his butt, or he's being annoying, or he's being, when I say annoying, I mean, let's just say he's asking or requesting for stuff, without tipping. He's just, being an annoyance. You don't have to block him per se, and it depends on how you feel. When I get my annoying guys, or like Pizza Hut, avoid the noid. When I get those type of immature guys, I just simply ban them. There's a part in a particular site that I work for, SC for those that are familiar. And I just ban them. And they got a choice where you can ban them between 24 hours, you can ban them for 60 days, you can ban them where it says forever. Or you can, and I would imagine forever means block, right? So you can utilize that depending on, again, what site you're working on, what site you log into. So that is an option. Another option is that you could simply tell them, you can open up your mouth and say, hey, look, you're being rude. You can give them a warning. You're being rude. You're being disrespectful. If I have to ask you again, because sometimes these men come through. And I also want to put emphasis on this, and I hope I can get away with saying this right here at TikTok. Please be mindful, especially on a weekend, y'all. A lot of these guys, folks coming through, even right here at TikTok, people are on social media, people coming to their lives. You don't know if people jumping on and they didn't had a whole lot of liquid courage juice. Let me say it that way. Or they don't had a whole lot of, I call it happy grass. You don't know how, where people's mindsets are at, right? You don't know if people have come on and they've lost a loved one. You don't know if they've come on and they're celebrating. You don't know if they've come on and they're sad. You don't know if they come on and they're bored. You don't know if they come on and they're angry. You don't know the mood in which these men and or women or whoever, right, that you cater to in the business. You don't know, right? So if you want to, you can always say, you know, you're being rude, or like me, sometimes when I notice they're being pestery, I'll say something like, "Aw, you want some attention? I see you. It's okay. You're okay. Everybody say hi to John. Everybody say hi to Johnny. Tell him hi. He wants some attention. Everybody give him a little huggy huggy." Sometimes I'll go there. I'll be very obviously patronizing, which I can't stand myself personally. I know it because people have done it to me, so I know it like the back of my hand. But again, I only give it when I'm dealing with someone who's just being a pest, right? Now, when it comes to the bigger things, right, as it relates to people want to call you out your name, people want to be completely disrespectful, people who want to uh, be racially charged. Now, for me, there is a thing called race play in the business. I don't do it. It's considered taboo under my category of what it is I do and don't do. And I don't do race play for, I almost want to say, the obvious reasons, but it's just not one of my things. Now, there are some BLK women that do race play, but it's not my thing. So let's just say it's not your thing, like it's like like it's not my thing. And I will say this before I even say anything else. Most of the time, when a man comes on and wants to do, this is a whole nother time, I can use a whole nother 10 minutes just talking about this alone. But usually when a man wants to come on and do race play, what I found in my personal experience, they've never come off saying anything in derogatory or mean. They ask for permission because it's a role play. So I've never had anybody come on and be like, "Hey, N word." You know what I mean? I've never had that. Um, I've always had the guy that says, "Hello, Miss. Do you race play? Do you R play? Whatever. Do you race play?" And I already know what that generally means. I also have the other guys that'll come on and it'd be the opposite, where they want me to uh, be mean to them, for the lack of a better term, right? I'm just trying to be PG, but they want me to be mean to them, to be rude to them. Um, in fact, there, one day, I gotta say this, y'all. Hopefully I can say it. It's not funny, but I'm just saying, it was kind of funny. Kind of. The one guy I had came on, took me by surprise. He snatched me up in a private session. Didn't even know he was going to snatch me into a moolah, or a we calling it sprinkle sprinkle, but a moolah making moment. Okay. And I didn't know he was doing that. So all of a sudden I find myself in a private, right? And this guy, the first thing he says out of his mouth is, "Make me pay you back for reparations. Make me, I want to pay. I just got to pay you back from what my ancestors did to you guys. And I want." And it took me off. It threw me so far off guard, you guys. And I know it ain't a funny matter, but it's the way he came at me. It was just like, huh, what? And then almost wants to go back to what I said. I almost want to go back to what I said. You don't know where these people's minds are at. I don't know if he was floating like a kite, so to speak. I have no idea, right? So, but again, as it relates to your mental and emotional safety, right? And people being rude, again, you got the block button. You also got the support. button. You also can report, and anything that's out of whack, that doesn't you know what I mean, line up to the guidelines, you can report it. So I'll be back with more, you guys.